Hello and welcome to Cali Legends Media. Thank you for all the subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button down below. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. And if you'd like to be notified whenever a new video comes out, hit that notification bell. Okay, so for today's true crime, I'm going to take you on a little trip with me. You see this vehicle parked in front of me? At one time, a bait vehicle was parked there. And it had two Alpine amps, an Alpine pull-out, a boombox, and some other stuff inside of it, right? People told me it was a bait car. I wouldn't believe them. So I decided one day that I needed money to buy Easter basket for my kids, that I was going to get these amplifiers and sell them and get me some money. So I come from across the street from the alley, and I go ahead and get in the car and I get those two amps. I'm taking off and I turn down this alley right here. I'm on Arizona and Whittier. This is the alley that runs behind Whittier Boulevard. So there I go. I'm walking down. I got these two amplifiers. I don't know. I probably get somewhere about right here, and I look back, and down in the alley where I entered right now is a guy in a white shirt. He's on a cell phone. And next thing I know, he takes off running back to the store. There was a little shoe store there that truck was parked in front of. So I'm still walking down this alley. I'm looking back. Well, down at the other end of the alley, here comes this little dude, man, and he's like trying to catch up, walking fast. So now I figure out, okay, I got to get out of here. So now I turn up this way, going north, headed towards the mountains, right? And I picked up my speed. I'm double timing it, right? So when I get somewhere around one of these driveways here, I'm looking back at all times, right? That little dude ran and got in a little red car with somebody, and they're both hauling ass up this way. So I turned in this driveway here, right? Remind you, I'm on foot. I'm carrying two amplifiers, right? I absolutely got to make it home with these amplifiers in my mind. So I pull up right here and I go inside that laundromat, and I'm ducked down in the laundromat. Well, eventually that little red truck pulls in this parking lot, and I see it. It's cruising just like I am right now. And of course they're looking for me, right? So I see the little red car come to this driveway here, and a little white truck stops right in front of me, like say where this black truck is, and talks to the little red car, which would be my vehicle. And the guy's pointing to the left, and this guy that's driving this little red car, he turns right. Okay? Well, when I come out of the alley, I look both ways, and I could see the little red car that turned right. I could see it down the block, so I turned left because I couldn't see the white truck anymore, right? So I come here and I cross the street, and I get to the other side of this street, okay? Now I'm in a jog. And you're probably gonna say, man, I must have had some wind. No, I don't think it was my wind that carried me, man. I think it was my desire to make it home with those two amplifiers. Tell you the truth, I was desperate, man. It was the day before Easter, and my kids were looking forward to a basket. I had lost my job. I was OJI, on the job injury, and my workman's comp hadn't kicked in yet, and this was going to be my kids' Easter, right? So as I'm jogging down, I'm hiding behind cars and stuff, right? And I turn down this block, okay? Because I have a friend that lives here. He doesn't live here anymore. This was some time ago. So I pulled here into his house, right? I ran into the gate and I called him, and he came out. He took me inside, right? I told him what was up, and I left the amplifiers here. He took me to the backyard, all the way to the back here, where I jumped the fence, right? When I jumped the fence, I came out over here on this block, on this side of the street, okay? So I came out of one of these houses here, and I went ahead and I jumped the fence here, okay? I ran in the yard and I jumped the fence in the back, okay? So I could come out on the other side. So on the other side is a place that was very well known. With a little gallery there, a little shooting gallery where you could go shoot your guns. You know what I mean? Anyways, I jumped over that fence, and there was some clothes hanging on the clothesline, right? Man, but they were women's clothes. So I'm looking at all the clothes, and I said, okay, I'm gonna have to change. I'm gonna have to change clothes. So these people don't recognize me, right? So I grab a blouse off of the clothesline, of all colors, pink, okay? A pink blouse. And I put it on. It fit me tight as hell, right? So I'm coming out of this driveway here from jumping the fence on the other side of the street. And when I get out here into the street, this lady comes running out of the driveway. And she's yelling at me, hey, cabrón, tráeme mi ropa. ¿Qué chingados estás haciendo? Hey, tráeme mis cosas. And I get to the corner here, and here comes a black and white. Like this truck here, picture that being a black and white. And he stops, he hears the lady, right? So he's backing up. Shit, I keep walking. I'm trying to play it off like everything's cool. I'm on the left side of the street and I'm walking, right? And I know he's gonna come after me. There's no doubt, right? So I'm trying to make a plan. I just gotta make it one half a block more, and I'm home free. I'm thinking, right? So when I get to this little intersection here, there he comes, man. He's coming full speed, right? And he comes in here and he turns in this driveway here, okay? He pulls up like this and he tries to block me, okay, with his car. So me coming up on the sidewalk, I have to jump over the front of his car, okay? So I'm running up the block and I slide across the top of the cop car in the front of the car. And I start running down this driveway, okay? My original plan is to jump the fence, because on the other side of that fence, where that big tree is, that's my mom's house. And if I could get over that fence and get into the front door before this cop sees me, I'm home free, right? Well, when I get back there, they're having a birthday party back there, okay? So I have to jump the fence back to the left, okay? So instead of jumping straight, like I showed you right now where that tree was, I jumped this way to the left, because the cop was in that driveway. I figured if I could come out here, I'd be home free, right? So I'm coming out on this driveway, and where this little red car is, there's a truck parked there, right? The cop's still over there on the other side. He don't see me, but guess who sees me? The guy in the little red car that was chasing me. He's seen me when I slid under the car, underneath the truck where this red car's parked, right? So I'm underneath there, man. I'm sweating bullets, right? I'm out on bail, okay? So I know if they catch me, I'm most definitely gonna go to jail. I'm not coming out. I'm gonna have to do the time that I'm out on, you know? I was already sentenced and everything. I had a stay of execution. I had some time still to take care of my personal business. But if I go to jail with another case, they're not going to let me out to finish up my business. I'd get stuck there. So I'm laying here underneath the car, and this dude in the little red car comes. He gets off the car where I'm at, and he's pointing. He's right here. He's underneath the truck. He's underneath the truck. And the little white truck pulls up. Next thing, about 3 cop cars pull up. and they're telling me, come out from underneath the car. Come on out. Come on. They have their guns drawn and everything, right? So I slide out, man. They got me. There's no way I'm getting away, you know? But this big fence wasn't here. It was just a small wall, okay, with a small little gate. So when I went over the wall, the cop like pretty much just grabbed me and took me down to the ground, you know. And that was it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was glad they got me. The reason why I was glad is because I was messing around. I was getting high. I was tired of being sick. I knew I was going to jail, and being in jail, I was going to get clean, a huevo, and I knew I'd come out and have a new shot at life, you know, without the monkey on my back. I only had like 6 months to do. It wasn't a lot of time, but nevertheless, you know, I didn't want to go. But since they caught me, I was glad. I was just trying to make it here. This was my old house. This is a house I grew up on. Anyways, yeah, that's all I was trying to do. I was just trying to make it here so that I could be home and hide up in my house and hopefully get away, you know. You know, I just noticed something right now. There's a bullet hole on this fence. One time when they shot at me, what a trip. Haciendo una video, pero de otra cosa, pero cuando estaban diciendo la historia, lo miré en el hoyo, por eso me salió para, ya, qué fascinón que está ahí todavía. Cuídate, señor. That's the new owner of the house. This was my mom's house for many years. He tells me, oh, acá está mirando el balazo. I go, sí. It's funny, you know, after all this time. But anyways, so that's my story for True Crime Tuesday. Man, it was a long run that day. They were on me. It was a bait car. I should have believed them, but I didn't. And yeah, man, that one got me, man. That one got me a ride to the substation, then to the county jail to do my time. And actually, the case from stealing those amplifiers, they pretty much just ran it concurrent. Didn't really affect me. It pretty much just rescued me. You know, sad to say that I wasn't able to come through for my kids at Easter. You know, they missed their dad giving them something for Easter, which wasn't the first or the last thing that they missed out on in their life because of my ignorance and my bad decisions that I made in my life, and the things that I chose to bring into my life that didn't allow me to be the man that I could have been, you know. But yeah, it was a hard run. I don't know how I did it, because now I think if I ran from this corner to that corner, I'd probably be winded, you know. I don't know, but I could tell you this, man, there was no way that I'd be able to make this run here and go through what I went through that day with jumping fences and you know, getting away from 2 vehicles, plus the cops that were, you know, driving around the area looking for me. You know, this is a long run. This is a long trip here. Little did I realize until right now that I'm backtracking, I'm thinking, damn, man, that was some. I had a desire, man, to make it to the house, you know, and I figured if I made it home and they didn't find me, I could go back later, pick up the amplifiers. I'd still be able to sell them on time. Go shopping for some bomb-ass Easter, some bomb baskets, you know? And, you know, my kids would light up. You know, I have pictures of them when they're little. With the smallest little things I'd give them, man, they'd light up, you know? Yeah, but anyways, so, yeah, this was the place right here where it all started here. It was a long run. It's nothing nice. And I'm glad that I never have to do anything like that again, because all in all, it wasn't worth it in any way, shape, or form. All the things I was doing in my life at that time, you know? And I think homeboy right here, he's probably up to the same thing that I was up to back in the days. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoy it, and let's be careful of the things we do, so that we don't end up. Hey, what's up, homie? So we don't end up doing things that get us incarcerated, removed from our family, and so we could be there for them righteously, doing it the right way, you know? Thank you for watching, and God bless you and your family.